devotees. 6.32, I think. Very nice shloka. Very nice shloka. Very beautiful shloka. Atmaupamyena sarvatra. Samam pasyati yo Arjuna. Sukham va yadi va duhkham sa yogi paramo matah. We identify people with activities. So we distinguish people by their activities and their bodies. That's how we distinguish people. So if there are 6 devotees here, Hariharan Prabhu, Prabhu, Parthiban Prabhu, Ranjan Prabhu, everyone, right? So they're all the devotees here, then how do I distinguish them right now? I say Ranjan Prabhu has got a body from Orissa. Parthiban Prabhu has a body from Tamil Nadu. Right? In this way, I make distinctions. And then I can say Parthiban Prabhu works for XYZ Corporation and he works for a construction company. Ranjan Prabhu works for a mortgage company. So in this way, we see people on the basis of their material activities. That is how we see them. We don't see their body beyond a certain point. We start seeing them by the activities they perform. They're performing housewife, they're housewife, then we see the housewife from Orissa, or housewife from Tamil Nadu, or a housewife turned teacher from something like that, or a retired person. So whatever activities they are doing, the body, this is how we see them. Now Krishna is saying, atmaupamyena sarvatra. So one must see others. How can you see others? When you see yourself. Atmaupamyena sarvatra. How I see myself, I see others. It is not possible to see others as oneself if we have not realized ourselves. If we have not realized ourselves, we can't see others the way we see ourselves. So atmaupamyena sarvatra. Very nice shloka. Atmaupamyena, do upamanam. Compared to oneself, one sees it is the same soul that is present in everyone. Just the modes are different, so the activities are different, bodies are different. That's it. But soul, everywhere it is Atma only. It is the same Jivatma. Jivatma, everything. Atma upamyena sarvatra samam pasyati, you Arjuna. So if you are able to see that it is the same nature of the Atma that is present everywhere, though it is covered by different gunas, and it is the same Narayana, it is the same Krishna who's actually empowering them, who's making their existence possible. So if you're able to see Krishna everywhere, samam pasyati, how do you see Krishna? See, we know very nicely we have to see Krishna everywhere. But why are these different shlokas different is because each shloka talks about seeing Krishna with a different twist. This is what is the beauty of learning. The beauty of learning is that you understand the same principle through different means. Only then you'll understand that principle, because we have conditioned senses now. So we have to understand the same absolute truth from different perspectives. Ultimately, there is only one person we are realizing through all our reading and hearing and chanting. Who's that? Krishna. He is the only person, Dhyayaha. He is the only person who's realized. Vedai sarve rahameva vedya. Ahameva. There is no second person who's realized. But that same Krishna we are trying to realize through so many means, from so many angles. Just like the same object is appreciated from different perspectives. Similarly, the same Vastu, which is Sad Vastu, which is Krishna, who is the Satchidananda Vastu, not the Sad Vastu. So that person, the absolute truth, Advaya Jnana Vastu, Advaya Vastu, that absolute truth is understood. Same Krishna is understood in so many ways. Sometimes we understand with respect to his material energy, sometimes we understand with respect to his pastime, sometimes we understand how he's controlling Maya, sometimes we understand how his Maya is bewildering, and 3 gunas, and by tapasya, by jnani, by yogi. Somehow, by all means, we are simply trying to understand Krishna. Similarly, we are trying to understand how Krishna is present everywhere through different means. Now, in this shloka, Krishna is saying, you see others, atma upamyena, by comparison to your own self, you see. Atma upamyena, upamanam, upamyena sarvatra. Samam pasyati. He sees everyone the same Atma is doing prakasham. Sukham va yadi va duhkham sa yogi paramo matah. He says, this is my matam, this is the yogi, parama yogi, because he does not see the differences in body as the ultimate. Rajoguna buddhi means bhida drishti. Bhida drishti means the vision that is based on the distinction of the body. Bhida drishti, this is Rajoguna. Sattva drishti is what Krishna is talking about here. Atma upamyena sarvatra. So we should not see differences alone. Tamoguna means also we see everything one. We don't care for anyone. That is tamoguna. Rajoguna, we care for everyone because we come out of the room. Tamoguna, you're staying in the room, you're on the couch, you don't see anyone. Rajoguna, you come out of the room, you engage with everyone, but you hate another person you like, and there are so many differences. Rajoguna. So most people don't want to do that, so they end up going back to Tamoguna. But Sattvaguna means though you engage with people, you do not see the external differences as the ultimate thing. So how does it happen? We have to go within ourselves. If we don't go within ourselves, we can't go within others. It's not possible. So the best service we can do to the world is to chant Hare Krishna mantra. Because only if we chant Hare Krishna mantra, we are going within ourselves and understanding we are not this material body, we are parts and parcels of Krishna. And if we don't understand that, what service we can do to this world? We can't. So the best servant of Krishna, the best servant of the world, is a person who has understood himself, who is investing in himself. Aupamyena. What is his Atmavastu? What is his Atmavastu? What is his Atmavastu? What is his Atmavastu? If you understand this jignasa, if this jignasa is there, then he can serve because there is pass. Right? Imagine if you're making khichdi and before the khichdi is even cooked, immediately you start serving khichdi. Hey, Prabhu, khichdi is not cooked. We'll say, is it not? Similarly, before our thoughts can mature into realizations, and realizations can mature into permanent realizations, and permanent realizations can yield us the ultimate realization, then before that happens, something comes to our mind, immediately we start engaging our senses and acting. This is like what you say, it's wasting our viryam. So our senses must first be cooked. Let it cook. Immediately don't talk whatever you feel. Immediately don't hear whatever you feel. Don't see what you feel. Let the khichdi cook for some time. Let the khichdi be cooked. After it's cooked, garnish it. After garnishing, then serve. So if you do that, then what happens? We can understand, oh, this is the Atma. Now, without doing that, if we simply engage the senses constantly, we are ejaculating the senses, right, into the sense objects, right? The senses and sense objects are, the unity of them is compared to the sex that people have. So the sense and sense objects are interacting, it is a sex because it is combination. Senses are uniting with the sense objects. So we keep on uniting again and again and again. We get tired. Just like a person has too much sex, he gets tired. Similarly, if you are engaged in interacting with this material world again and again and again, then it is like a sex. Constantly sex of the eye, sex of the mouth, sex of the ear, sex of the eyes. The principle is sex, ultimately. You get tired. That's why people get tired easily. So we have to pass, and when we pass, this Atma Vastu will naturally, you'll realize. And then once we realize that, we can understand actually everyone is the same as me. Right? There is no difference between me and you and everyone. On the spiritual platform, on the material platform, there are differences. On the spiritual platform, there are no differences. So this is the Sattvaguna Drishti. Of course, if you go beyond, you will understand spiritual differences, but that is the next step. But first of all, we must transcend material variety to enter into spiritual variety. Okay. So that's what the shloka talks about. I'll stop here. Any questions or comments? Thank you, devotees. Hare Krishna, Shri Hari Om Tat Sat.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare
Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.